is going to be day one working on my 1980 C3 Corvette. I got it back from the shop, so it's got an all new built motor and trans and tons of suspension stuff, but the interior is trashed. So I'm going to start today by removing the carpet and possibly replacing the trim on the rear window. Once I remove the carpet, I am going to put a roll cage in. I don't know how to weld, so I'm going to learn how to, well, I'm going to figure out how to kind of weld. I mean, enough where I can weld a roll cage in. I'm also going to need to take a trip to Harbor Freight, so there's a lot of things. So let's bring the car around and we'll start to tearing out the interior thoughtfully and not like animals. Like, we're going to take inventory of what we take out, save things, not going to throw out things in some weird rampage and then need it later like I have with all my other cars. Let's go get the beast. So today turned out to be a scorcher. It was 92 degrees. It's hot. That's a hot day to work inside a little hot box. But it has to be done. So even though I'm not drinking water or staying hydrated, I'm still dedicated to my mission. Regardless of the scorching headache and heat stroke that I'm experiencing, this carpet's going to get ripped up one way or another. And the first mission is to remove those seats. Looks like a bolt there. And a bolt there. I'm actually gonna be smart today and take all of these to my car versus like one at a time. Intelligence is what I strive for, and it's not always attainable based on my mindset and the conditions of which I am working under. These bolts here, there's a 13 millimeter, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, pretty easy breezy. The seats are fairly easy to remove. They're light as a feather. You know, they do smell like rat poop, but that's the story for another day. There's some trim inside that definitely needs to be replaced. It's like disintegrating. I'll show you. It's hard to figure out like what you can save and what you can't save. Some of the stuff is toasted. Other stuff I think that if I sand it down or I grind it down, it might be able to be refinished. But like different brackets and things that are holding it to the car are also kind of like disintegrating. So it's like, you know, if it's not too expensive, I want to try to replace what I can replace, because it is plastic that's like 45 years old. Like, this stuff is not made to last a lifetime, right? And some of the stuff is pretty darn cheap. Eckler's is an incredible source. Eckler's has like almost everything that I would need. Eckler's and Top Flight Automotive and Classic Industries. Great places for Corvette parts. Along with like Lamborghini doors for Corvettes for $1,500, which I definitely do not need unless you guys think that I need Lambo doors. $1,500. It's an incredibly ridiculous expense. But can you imagine how cool it would be if my car had Lamborghini doors? Pretty stupid, huh? So there's just there's just 4 of these 13 millimeters holding the seat bracket to the floor. Well, this passenger side door is a whole nother complication. There's tons of wires that were cut, so there's no power to anything. The door handle doesn't work. Nothing. Not a zip zilch. I don't like working on doors because it's tricky to get to. You know, you're working kind of blind most of the time. Okay, so I got the seats out, I got the passenger side door open, and I'm just slowly removing the carpet. I'm gonna save the little nuts and bolts in this candy container. Something like a grandma would do. Prime screws. I don't want to lose these. These are like some good old drywall screws. I love drywall screws. They actually work with anything. Not the right way, but they work with everything. Okay. I have these side panels out. These are actually, somebody made these. These are not supposed to be wood. They're not in bad condition, but considering that they're wood, I will buy new ones. So, save these, but buy new ones. I'm gonna be smart, and I'm gonna put all the stuff that I'm buying new ones, I'm gonna put them over here, so it'll remind me what I'm buying new ones of. This little center console thing, I don't think it's supposed to be carpet, but who knows. I bought a actual plastic one. I think it'll look a little bit nicer than that ruggedy old raggedy carpet one. And then these doors back here, the hinges are broken, the locks don't even work. You know, they've seen better days. There's like this oil on the bottom of this pan, there's grime, there's dirt, and again with the whole rats living here, it just kind of icks me out. Like this new pan is like $20. I'm gonna buy a new pan. It's not gonna hurt my feelings, not for $20. And it'll give that like new car smell too. You know, it'll take this car to like the next level. I'll have speed and comfort. And then the rear speaker covers, these things are trash. The grooves are broken. Again, 45 years old. I can't save this stuff. I don't want to save this stuff. I'm getting the trim out. I'm gonna need a spot for this stuff. Okay. The removal continues, but I'm close. I've got some kick panels to remove, and then I think the carpet's gonna just come right out with ease. Said nobody ever. as difficult as this is, and it's a gross, dirty job, there's like stuff flying all around and it smells terrible, it is very therapeutic to tear out all of this old crappy carpet and lining, knowing that I'm going to fill it up with something new and wonderful. These are the kick panels, and I don't think they're supposed to come with carpet on them. I think someone like glued some aftermarket glue carpet on them. They look terrible. Now I gotta undo the seatbelt brackets. Day and this constant grinding ate up all of my batteries, and this was after I soaked everything in water. I let it soak for a little bit, then I got the scraper, I scraped up as much as I could, and then I brought out the grinder. I've got several grinding wheels and I put them all in a safe spot, so I was just left with this one single grinder, and it was working pretty well. It just makes such a mess. I was coated in this dirt. I was fur. I was like a bear. This stuff just covered my face. Even though I was wearing protective eyewear, it still got in my eyes. And this floorboard here that looks like it's rusted, it's actually not rusted because it's a fiberglass floorboard. It's just like stained. All of my power tools have died at the same time. I think it's the heat. My phone just died. So I'll start vacuuming it up, and I'll remove the rear carpet too. I might just wait because I got the front done, but let's get to vacuuming a little bit. So I have a pretty big shop vac in my garage, but I've put it in a spot where it's just perfectly set, and to get to it is such a pain in the butt. Same with my creeper. It's in this corner where I just can't get to it if I wanted to. So I pull out my little mini shop vac that my mom has used, and my mom, I don't know what she's doing, but she's vacuumed up so many straw wrappers that it has rendered the vacuum useless. After I spend 10 minutes trying to unclog the darn thing, I can finally vacuum up all this junk and crud. It's such a satisfying feeling watching all that dirt fly away, and then just more dirt surfaces. It's never ending dirt. I still have to go over it again and get more dirt up. It's got to get worse before it gets better. This wasn't easy. Got both front seats out. I'm gonna put them back in because I want to drive the car around. First I'm gonna lay some towels down. So let's take stock of everything that was taken out of the car. Okay, so we removed the front seats and then a bunch of like different panels and stuff so we could get the front carpet out. I still have to remove the back carpet, but it's gotten pretty darn hot outside. So let's take stock of what we took out. I'm gonna order new parts tonight, and I'm also gonna order my my cage to go inside because I think that's necessary. We've got the front kick panels. I am going to order new ones. These are quite broken. And I don't know, you know, if they're $200, I'll definitely reuse these. If they're 50 bucks, I'll buy new ones. Front carpet and padding. All the padding is disintegrated, probably dead rats embedded into it. So I'm going to order new carpet. This is an example. It's just like eaten away. This is part of the rear. These trim moldings, these have seen better days. Again, if they're like $100, I'll reuse them. If they're not, I'm gonna order new ones. This center console rubber carpet thing, I don't know, we'll see about this. The rear speaker covers, they are quite broken. I will order new rear speaker covers. These are the compartments, the trunk compartments. There's 2 of them. I will order new ones. New. Also order a new one. This frame, it's like falling apart. And these side panels, these front side panels, someone remade them out of wood and they're broken, so I'm gonna order new ones. So that wraps it up for today. I took stock of everything that I had, I cleaned it up, I put the seats back in. I'm gonna go back inside, I'm gonna order what I need, I'm gonna order my roll cage. Yeah, and yeah, I think I made really good progress. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you missed the intro to this video, I will link it here. And while you're here, please like and subscribe. I really enjoy having you. It's fun. I love it. I'll see you next time. Bye. That's it. Mariah Carey, early 2000s. People see the blacked out car and they think, I must be listening to some like gangster stuff in there, like Snoop Dogg or I don't know, NWA, who knows, right? Little do you know that inside that vehicle, it's just me listening to some early 2000s Mariah Carey, banging that stuff, like blasting it. I'm singing along. Fantasy, you name it. That's my jam. Just innocent Mariah Carey. That's what I'm listening to. I hope everybody had an incredible week, and I will see you next time as we make more progress. See you later.